Hey, what's going on? My name is Justin Glover, and in this short video, I'm going to be sharing with you one of the most important secrets to exponentially growing your live business, or quite frankly, any network marketing business for that matter. And that's the topic of this video. So if you embrace what I actually share in this video, you're going to be well on your way to growing a wildly successful business for yourself. And so also, if you enjoy what you hear in this video, if you get value, if you like the contents of this video, then I invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Check out some of the other videos that we have here like this. Give it a thumbs up, as well as see any of the resources that I provide down in the description. All right, there's a lot more good content where this comes from. So that being said, let's get into it and share with you how to actually grow your live business. So if you're going to be involved with live at all, or with any network marketing company, to be honest, if you're going to be involved, then I think it's important that you decide to do it in a professional manner. All right. Go Pro, as one of the top network marketing trainers and a good friend of mine, a guy named Eric Worre, that's what he calls it. Go Pro. He's written a book about it. It's a great book. He's a great friend, and there's some really good stuff in there. So a lot of what I'm going to be talking about is kind of coming from things that I've learned from Eric, and that's the way that he actually phrases it, as Go Pro. And I love that terminology because it's so easy to kind of see the difference in how people approach it. Because at the end of the day, the secret is very simple. It's the approach you take and the decision to make to actually take that approach. All right. It's a little bit of a mouthful, so let me just break it down and I'll share what I mean. There are essentially three categories of people that get involved with either Live or any other network marketing company, regardless of the company. All right, I've seen all three categories. I myself have been in all three of these categories that I'm going to share. So don't think that I'm pointing fingers or anything. I only know that these three categories exist because number one, I have been all of them. And then number two, as I've graduated from one category to the next and kind of look back, I see others that fall into that same category. And so I've started teaching and all of that. So the three categories, all right. Category number one are the posers. This is a funny word to me. I used to do a bunch of like skateboarding and inline skating. I don't know if I want to say that out loud, but I used to do a lot of professional skating or semi-professional skating, had sponsors and things like that on rollerblades when that was really big. And we had this group, like there were the people, like whenever I was growing up, and it was kind of a petty thing to say, but like there were people that, you know, you were either a true skater or you were a poser, somebody that just dressed like and talked like and walked like and had the skates but couldn't skate, like couldn't actually do it because they didn't practice and because they didn't, you know, put in the time and the work to get the skills. They just looked the part. All right, so that's what a poser is. Same thing in network marketing or with Live. There's posers. That's the first category. How do you know if you're a poser? What does a poser actually look like? Well, posers treat their business like it's a lottery ticket. Just like if they were to walk into a gas station, buy a lottery ticket, do a scratch off and hope they win. Whenever I first started out, I was absolutely a poser in business. I joined because I thought by doing so, money was going to magically start raining from the heavens into my bank account. That's kind of what I thought, to be honest. Why? Well, because I was new, and the guy that sold me on the opportunity was damn good, and that's what he made me feel like whenever he sold me. And so that's what I went into it as, and that's what I thought for a long time. And so that's kind of a sign of you know, being in that poser category. Lucky for me, I did experience just enough results while I was in that category. I had, you know, enough passion or drive or something that I talked to just enough people that I had just enough results in a short period of time. Hang on, I got pop-ups coming over here. That's distracting. All right, so I took just enough results in that short period of time to keep me from quitting. All right, I didn't actually get to the point where I threw in the towel, and that's where a lot of people get to. But it became very obvious to me pretty quickly and early on in the game that if I were to stay in this category, like if I didn't actually learn the skills and get out of the just pretending. Like money wasn't showing up. It wasn't raining from the heavens like I thought. And so I learned really quick that in order for me to, if I wanted to hang around in that category and just be the poser for the rest of the time, that wasn't going to be the best way to get the things that I actually wanted and have the success that I wanted. All right. So myself, I started in this category. Eric Worre, who's one of the best network marketers out there, is one of the top trainers in the industry out there. He also started in this category. I know many, many people that have started in this category. Not everybody, not 100% of people do, but a lot do, for different reasons. Now, it took him about 90 days to kind of go to recognize I'm in this category exists, and I should probably get out of this category. It took him about 90 days. It took me about the same amount of time, about 90 days or so, before I started realizing, you know what, there's more to it than just buying the product and consuming and learning. For me, my pivotal moment when I actually was in front of face to face with a mentor. I had been in it for 3 months, and I had paid for a session. I just told him everything that I wanted to do. And he said, look, you know exactly what to do. Are you actually going to do anything over these next 90 days? Or are you just going to do the same thing you've done for the last 90 days and just continue to consume? And it was a very big slap to my face, and it woke me up, and it got me to realize, wow, if I don't change something, if I don't start at least taking some action or thinking differently, and I remain in this category, then I'm not ever going to get the results. So if you're in that poser category, it's okay. Just recognize it, be aware of it, and then graduate to the next category. All right, graduate on up. And so what is that next category? The next category is amateurs. All right, you got posers, and then you got the amateurs. And amateurs, they're a little bit better. They think about and focus on different things. All right. So what do amateurs focus on? Well, the first thing they focus on is luck. Luck is one of the main ones that they actually focus on. They sit around all day, every day, really just hoping to get lucky and to sign that, that monster distributor that's gonna change their life. It's gonna go out and explode their business, bring on thousands of new people, and make them rich in the process. Right? That's kind of the luck, and we've all heard stories about that. That's kind of the bad. The difficult part is those type of stories exist. They actually do. I've heard stories. You've probably heard stories like that. But honestly, it's few and far between. That's not the way to actually go about this profession, this business. Those stories are so few and far between, but it's just enough that it keeps people hanging around on the hope and the idea that all I got to do is get lucky. If I could just get lucky, if I just get this one person, if I could just get, Eric or Ray, or if I just get this one person, right, then everything changes. That is the wrong thing to focus on. All right. The second thing that amateurs focus on is timing. Things that have to do with timing. Did I get in? And they're asking questions like, did I get in early enough? Can I actually be, the top, the youngest person that's the highest earner in the company? How many leaders are there in this market? How many people are in this market? Are there too many to compete with? Are there not enough to even get momentum? How big is the company? How small is the company? Is it too big? Is it growing too fast? Is there things like that? Is it too small? Not enough to actually get momentum? Did I miss the growth curve? Am I too early? Too late? All of these questions are questions of timing. Did I? Is it? And they're all amateur thinking. All right. These are things that amateurs focus on and think about. So what is the third thing that amateurs focus on? Well, positioning. Things that have to do with positioning. Am I in the right organization? Am I in the right place? All right. So it's kind of a big question. Am I even in the right place? Do other people have better positioning than me? Maybe I can't do it because I didn't get in when Tom or Sally did. Do I have the right upline? Do I have the wrong upline? Would I be better off somewhere else? Is this even the right company for me to focus on? Or should I focus my efforts on something else? Would my time be better spent elsewhere? So all of these questions and concerns about positioning, these are the area. This is a little box, another one of the boxes that amateurs focus on. All right. So things about positioning. As I state these and say these things off, again, ask, if you're relating to any of these questions or been asking these questions, and the purpose here is to just be aware of where you're at, which one of these three categories that you're falling into, and then graduate to the next one. All right. So then the fourth thing that amateurs actually focus on are shortcuts. Amateurs are always looking for an angle or any type of gimmick to come along and just shortcut the process. Now, me, I am an efficiency nerd. Like I try to make every area of my life as efficient and effective as possible. And so I look for shortcuts in everything. Not necessarily shortcuts, but more so like hacks. How can I do things slightly different to get the same result with less effort, less work? There's nothing wrong with that. That's a great philosophy. I live my life embracing that philosophy wholehearted. It's different than taking shortcuts and doing gimmicks and things like that. So newspaper advertising, I've ran newspaper ads. I've put signs up in the road, got signs printed. I've handed out stuff, passed flyers out at malls and baseball games and stadiums and football games, and went door to door and joined the network marketing business opportunity Facebook groups on Facebook and these different platforms, and go in and I spam links in there. Like, done all of those things looking for a shortcut, thinking, you know what, this could be a potential shortcut. So yeah, those are the things that amateurs focus on. All right. So the timing, luck, positioning, and shortcuts. Those are things that you'll find amateurs focusing on. So we've talked about posers. We've talked about amateur thinking. So now let's talk about professionals. If you want to be a professional, you want to really grow your live business as fast as possible, or any network marketing business, you want to grow it as quickly as possible, you need to be a professional about it and think about it in such a way where you're serious. So I'll give you some example. If you look at the definition of professional, Wikipedia says it's a person who's paid to undertake a specialized set of tasks and complete them for a fee. That's what a professional is. That's the definition of professional. So what does it mean to be a professional in live, or a professional in network marketing? All right. That a professional in live, in my opinion, my definition, is a person who's an expert in the skills required to build a large and successful live organization. Okay. I'm going to say that again. A professional in live, which is what we're striving to be here, is someone who is an expert at the skills required to build a large and successful organization. So number one, you got to learn, what are the skills? What are the skills that I need to learn? Fortunately for you, I'm going to tell you what they are in just a few minutes. There's just a few of them. But then once you know what they are, you have to put in the time to learn and master them and practice them. Just knowing them is not enough. All right. So I've seen professional athletes come into this business, and it just blows my mind, because they'll dedicate endless hours of prepping for games and competitions. But when they join network marketing, they don't put in a day's worth of effort. When doctors come in and they've developed and dedicated, a decade or more of their life at large financial outputs, like a large expense, and years of their life to become physicians. But then they get into something like network marketing, and they won't give a month's worth of study or practice to actually become professional in the field. So that's the difference, guys. That is the difference. If you want to grow a fast business, and you have to understand that there are skills that grow the business, and you have to make the decision to get good at those skills. All right. Hopefully that's clear. The point is, if you want to grow a successful live business, then you must decide to go about it in a professional manner, as if it was truly your profession. And if you do that, then your results are going to show. If you don't do that, your results are going to show that. So what are the main skills? I've teased on them and touched on them. This video is not for me to go in depth about these skills or teach the skills. We teach them in depth in other places. You can probably find some more videos on this channel, definitely in our Maverick team training group. So what are the main skills that you need to actually learn? And there's 7 of them that I'm going to list out here. Number 1 is finding prospects. You got to know how to find prospects, find new people to talk to. That's a skill. You got to learn how to get good at that skill. All right. Because you need a never-ending stream of prospects that you can talk to. You got to know how to find prospects. All right. That's just a skill you got to learn. You want to be a professional in this industry inside of this business. Number 2 is you got to get good at the skill of inviting these prospects to understand your product or opportunity. Live is a network marketing opportunity or a product, a membership. So you got to get people how to understand that product or opportunity. You got to learn it for yourself and then learn the skill of getting other people to understand it. Skill number 3 is presenting your product or opportunity to your prospects. All right. Once you invite them to come and understand it, the next step is you got to present it. You got to explain it to them. Now, one of the things that we do and teach is we point to tools. That's the great thing, is if you're not comfortable presenting yourself, you eventually need to get that way. But in the beginning, there are tools and things that you can actually point to and leverage your time and not have that be your stopping point. All right. So that's skill number 3, is just presenting your product, or get good at least pointing to the presentation. Step number 4 is following up with your prospects. Once you point them to the presentation and have them take a look, you got to follow up with them. Skill number 5, after you follow up, is you got to learn and really get good at helping them get started, helping them actually become a customer, helping them become a distributor. So it could be as simple as, you walking them through it side by side on your computer, signing them up, or you got a video and they're watching it across the world or something, and it walks them through. Here's where you click, and here's how you go sign up. Either way, you got to get good at the skill of helping them take the next step. Whenever they watch the opportunity and you follow up with them, and they say, you know what? Yeah, I did like what I heard, and I do think I want to join you. You got to know how to get them started. What's the next step? Where's your money page? How do you send them? What do they need to do? What are they going to see? All right, you got to get good at that skill of helping them get started. All right. Skill number 6, you got to help those new customers or distributors get started right. So this is beyond getting started and signing up. All right. Once they sign up, there's a difference in enrolling somebody or signing somebody up and getting someone started. Let me say that again. There's a big, big, big difference in enrolling someone or signing them up. There's a big difference in that than getting them started. All right. Getting someone started correctly is plugging them in. It's okay, now you're set up. Here's what you do. Now you're a customer. Here's how to maximize your benefits. Why would you want them to maximize their benefits and use the product? So they stay a customer, right? So you got to show them how to do that. If you enroll a distributor, now they're enrolled. Why is it important that you plug them in and get them talking to their first few people? Because you want that momentum. Right? It's very important to get them started. So this is a skill, helping them get started right. And then the 7th skill that you're going to need to learn is promoting events. Like I teach inside of our training, I live kind of event to event. It's really good to have like a 90-day-ish window. Every 90 days you run into a new kind of live community meetup or event somewhere. All right. And so you got to get good at getting your people there, because that's really where these businesses, the cohesiveness happens, the camaraderie happens, the relationships are built. Because sometimes with network marketing companies, you can build all over the world. We have people on our team all over the world. I live in Central Arkansas, and I think there's a handful of people that are doing this Live business right now as I record this in Central Arkansas. And there's lots of other people that are on our team. We've had hundreds join just in the last couple of weeks. And those people are from all over the world. And so it's important that we get them to live events and that we actually meet up and we connect and we build the face-to-face relationships. And so that is a skill that you need to learn if you want to be a professional. So all of these skills, and again, I just blazed through them, but all of them are covered in depth as part of our Team Maverick training. We talk on them more in depth, kind of on a weekly basis and even more frequently than that. So you can also check the resources down below this video here on YouTube. Just read the description. There's some resources down there. If you're interested in getting more of this training or learning more about what we do or the benefits of our team or joining or anything like that, just click the link in the description. Because everything you need is right down there. All right. So let's talk about some benefits. What if you actually take my advice here that I just gave you in this video and you do make the decision that, you know what, I'm going to start treating this business as a professional going forward. Well, here's what you can expect if you actually do that. Number one, when you make the decision to do that, everything's going to change. All right. You're going to stop focusing on luck You're going to stop focusing on timing. You're going to stop focusing on positioning. You're going to stop focusing on the shortcuts. And you'll even stop focusing on being money driven. I think one of the most attractive things about somebody whenever they're promoting a network marketing company or a business or an opportunity is when they're not leading talking about money. It's so unattractive, like because it becomes very obvious. All right, I talked about this last week on one of our team calls about going into like a community of people and like having the I gotta get a mindset. You gotta let go of that. You gotta get past that and offer and like get to the point of leading with value. All right. So whenever you do decide to be, to start, doing this professionally and getting out of the category of poser, getting out of the category of amateur and stepping into the category of professional, whenever you make that decision, you'll even stop, leading with money and thinking about, it's all about the money. As a side effect, the money will come as a result of it, but you won't be thinking about it. You won't be spending your time there. All right. When you make the decision and commitment to practice and just continue to practice until you master these skills, that's what we're looking to do here. All right. And when you do that, one of the things that's going to happen is your groups are going to start to grow. You're going to start getting more customers. You're going to start getting more promoters. People are going to sense your change in focus, your change in commitment, your commitment to excellence. And they're going to want to be a part of it. Whenever you change and you're focused and committed to excellence, people want to be a part of that. And so I think about, I think about many times in my life where I've been around people that it was just addictive, just being around them because they were so focused on excellence or being better or running towards something. So think about it in your life. When have you been around a person who was committed to excellence in your life? Maybe it was a coach or a teacher or a friend or a boss. A coworker or a business partner or a joint venture partner or somebody that, you just were impressed by, completely just inspired. All right. That's what you do to other people whenever you are focused, whenever you've made the decision and the commitment to be a professional about it. So the bottom line here is this, and I'll wrap this video up. If you're going to be involved with Live or for any network marketing business at all, decide to do it right. Decide to treat it like the profession that it actually can be for you. And if you do this, the business can be great. If you decide to be a professional about this, then you'll grow a great business and live a wonderful life. If you decide to stay in the poser or the amateur category, you can still maybe get some results in this business, but it's probably not going to be fun. And the results probably won't be what you really want them to be. So my encouragement to you is to make the decision to go pro, to make the decision to be a professional about this, and to commit to learning the skills that you need to learn to build the business. All right. That's what it takes. There are no shortcuts that work long-term. So that is what I got. So I'll give you a quick little call to adventure here. If you got value from this video and you'd like to go a bit deeper, either with me, I encourage you to not only look around here on this YouTube channel. It's going to be growing in time. There will be more videos depending on when you're watching this, but also consider joining our team as a promoter. We continuously teach this type of training and stuff. And there's many benefits to actually joining our team. We're one of the fastest growing teams in the entire company right now. You'll learn all about those benefits and everything else whenever you just request more info down below. So again, just check the description in this video. You can get everything else you need there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. If you got value, hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.